Off-brand citrus soda. I was hoping he'd pop out of there. I like him. He's silly. Not citrusy enough.
Well,
guess I should go ahead and fight Wilhelm. But I still feel compelled. I mean, part of me wants an electric. I've got that Snyder. Part of me wants either. Oh, not this again. Take my mind off what I was talking about.
Never doing that again. Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was...
Always with the getting in my way.
sanctuary will endure.
Part of me is still interested in. Oh, that looks like Shock Trooper. Called it.
Catch you later.
Still interested in electric plasma caster or launcher.
Can never be too well armed.
Yeah, I'll stick with the more well-rounded one. There's this one with a bandit. That's a perfect hybrid. So if I didn't already have what I have, this would be decent, if not spectacular. Excellent on damage potential, but everything else is serviceable, but not exceptional. Thanks to these Torg parts and the bandit barrel. Torg sight is, yeah, you know, that's my fave, but everything else
See you soon.
combines to produce disfavorable results. Except for damage, but you know my taste. I take balanced stats over stats that put too much emphasis on damage at the expense of things like ergonomics.
New issue of this just in. It's propagantastic.
Where's your vest? Your get-up looks better with the vest. Still wearing Malawan colors though.
Feeling overburdened.
Oh no, I forgot to take that stuff out of Clappy's stash. With whichever of my other characters I was going to give it to.
I'm legally obligated to tell you that I ain't a real doctor. Welcome to my humble shop. Come back anytime.
Now, will I do the whole part that comes after Wilhelm all in one go? Which is my usual preference? Probably not. Since I found a purple that gives me more motivation to check the dumpsters. That was worth a shot. Why do leftists refer to Margaret Thatcher as being a fascist? Do they feel threatened by an empowered woman? Of course, it's because she was anti-communist.
Hyperion can't stay here forever.
So was Winston Churchill.
That from me, if you want to live.
Churchill was critical of socialism, as well as being anti-fascist, and the same is true for J.R.R. Tolkien, who was a nationalist, I might add. Look it up if you don't believe me. Tolkien was a civic nationalist, like me. Alright. Sawbar is fun, but the plain old shots that go straight don't do a whole lot. To get maximum effectiveness out of it, you need to... Oh, it's more workable than the flacker. The flacker is way too limited in its utility compared to the sawbar. So the sawbar has more utility than the flacker, in my opinion. But if you can be at just the right distance to hit a single enemy with all 4 projectiles after the frangible effect occurs, that's the best distance. Still renders it a special purpose weapon. And I don't know, if I don't take it with me, I'll get some use out of it later. Or give it to one of my Sals, who will certainly get lots of good use out of it. I just farmed for the baby maker for the sake of having one. Since I'm doing launchers, I don't really... Plus it's a 59, so it's pretty much just a keepsake. As illustrated, and I know I've mentioned this before, if I'm going to use a plasma caster, I want any other element besides slag. I'd rather slag an enemy with some other more basic slagging gun, and then really let them have it with the plasma caster of any other element. Part of me wants to have some fun with this. This proved itself to be a less reliable slagging gun than a more basic blue or better Malawan sniper rifle or SMG. Although I would totally use this with Sal. Zirkin with 2 of these, both Hyperion. One slag, and the other would preferably be either fire or acid. I have this just because I like them. Jacob's Iron. Am I going to need this? Don't think so. And I sold the electric one, didn't I? And I have this for the same reason I have this, just because, or mostly because this. I'm anticipating scrounging stuff along the way. which is why I'm trying to not overburden myself. I don't really need this, but I don't want to hurt Tina's feelings by just selling it. Same for this, because I've already got other stuff that fulfills my needs better. I probably won't end up needing this because it regens ammo too slowly. Since I've got the means to regen rockets, and I can carry so much SMG ammo on me at a time. It's a nice feature, but it's just, it doesn't do it fast enough. So I don't really need both this and this. This plasma caster outperforms this Karate Emperor. The Herald I have just because it's obligatory to have a Herald. I haven't been using it. Don't really... It's not a Deepa, that's probably why. The Deepa, if it's a Herald but doesn't have the twin shot accessory, in other words it's not a Deepa, then you're just not having as much fun as you could be having with it. But anyway, it's still a special purpose weapon. Oh, you know what?
Always knew I'd end up on Pandora.
Screw it. I don't care. I don't have to be such a perfectionist. I'll swap out the Herald with the saw bar. Maybe I'll get some more use out of the saw bar. Do I have my electric Snyder with me? Yes, I do. Don't know if I'm going to get that far in this episode or if that'll be for the next time. That's not a bad Teddy SMG. A purple. In some ways, that's actually better than a baby maker. Less risk of blowing your own face off. I've had situations where I scored a second win with a baby maker, only for its spawn, so to speak,
Lock and load.
to explode on me.
Later, Vault
Hold
Hunter.
on. What's that? Not that it matters, but this is almost perfectly parted, except for the Jacob stock, and it has this accessory. I know the Hyperion sniper rifle barrel is generally regarded as not very desirable, but it sure does look cool with that vented handguard or heat shield. But before I fight Wilhelm, I do want to scrounge this place at least one last time.
Get your health and shields right here. Don't have too much fun. Don't die. I ain't in your business.
Should get some more use out of this. It's more interesting than the Herald. It's a belt-fed. Everyone always complains about the reload speed with belt-fed machine guns. What do you expect? They're belt-fed. I really need to try this with an auto gunner class mod and a fireball.
I don't think he liked me.
know, I know I mentioned that before, but it's worth reiterating. Alright, screw it. Change my mind. So you're telling me I actually have to take the time to break an enemy shield with an electric, then slag them, and then wail on them with the saw bar? That's too much work. It's such an ordinary enemy, it just shouldn't be necessary to do that on such an ordinary, run-of-the-mill mook. This again? Ugh. Also, this, I forget what this is called, Revenant, cool name. It means returner. Typically refers to one who is, or rather I should say one who is believed to have returned from the grave. Hence, Revenants from Doom 2. Hey, let's see how it compares to this. Not favorable. Not favorable, but if it was electric, I'd keep it. Trying to make it work. Screw this. Can't see. Usual glare on my screen. Better on bigger enemies for probably obvious reasons. Midge, please.
Am I good or am I my goods.
Midge, please. Something interesting and electric. Yeah. You deserve a better scope. You... Not bad, not bad. Neither of them fulfill any of my needs, though.
Dart.
38.6 resale. Definitely worth it. Can't believe that a bug is able to survive a salvo of... See? You see what I'm talking about? There's no logic to that. Just because it's a different color, its exoskeleton is that tough. Blatant video game logic. There needs to be a visually discernible reason why things are the way they are. Like, why can a half-naked bandit... He's wearing pants, but no armor, not even a leather tunic on his torso. Yet he's able to withstand a direct hit from a rocket launcher just because he isn't slagged. Assume that he's not even wearing a shield. So no shield and no physical armor. It's just complete arbitrary nonsense.
Grind him up!
There you are. Switch, switch, switch faster!
I'm ready for more!
You're giving me Malawan launchers, but not the element I want. You'll notice that I had previously, I didn't realize this, I don't know how I didn't realize this before, Hadn't yet installed Ultimate Vault Hunter Pack 2. I just assumed I had that. Another Doom Cleaner. Yeah, like my other one, this one also has a bandit forearm. Good for capacity, not good for accuracy. This one has a Torg stock. I forget what my other one has. Yeah.
Warning, return to a safe zone. This is not a safe zone.
I'll hold on to it. Now see, it sure looks to me like you should be able to... Yes.
Warning, this is your last warning.
If the friggin' train can clear that, it damn well better be able to clear that. And that, which means the player damn well better be able to hide in that nook and not get creamed by the train. But no! That would make too much sense.
Take him out.
And I'm still cheesed off about Roland's Scorpio turret screwing me out of a second win. Smooth move, X-Lance. That's what I should have said. Too bad I didn't think of that until now. Smooth move, X-Lance. Get it? Because he's X-Crimson Lance. And it's a play on the phrase smooth move, X-Lax. If people still use that phrase, and I don't think they do. So you might not even know what that means. It was all the rage in the 80s, but I'm pretty sure the phrase was used even before that.
Feel it.
I used to be really into Jakes, but they no longer fulfill my needs. Don't need a slag launcher. Take the one with overall better parts for more well-rounded stats.
Check back later, you see, mate.
What was in there? Blue Torg. I need to check the shops.
You've had your shots. Farewell, friend.
Back to Sanctuary. Check these shops. I don't feel the need to check Tina's ammo shop for grenade mods and whatnot.
You can always trust the gun at your
It's an
side.
electric, but not adequate.
Remember, we're always open.
spinning guns just don't do it for me. They're not my style. So, if you were co-oping with me, I'd give you first dibs on pretty much, well, maybe not literally everything, but most things, because I'm so peculiar. Everyone else overlooks the double tap, whereas it's one of my faves. Of course, on UVHM, it has to be an exceptional double tap, not just, oh, look who it is, it's Mike. And he's got a Varuk on his back.
How you doing, fellow Vault Hunter? Oh, found something you might want.
Well, thank you.
Sorry, that's all I got for now. Oh, but while you're here, is Moxie said anything about me?
Not that I recall. His sword looks kind of like Morty's. Hyperion stock, Torg sight. Identical stats, so which one do I keep? Iron sights. Don't tell Tina that I didn't use the teapot or the fuster cluck. So that. Don't tell Mike that I'm going to sell that razor rifle.
You can never be too well armed.
It doesn't fulfill any of my needs. All these corrody weapons.
I'll always buy guns you don't need.
I forget what. Did I check Marcus's shop? If I don't even remember what he had. There must not have been anything interesting. Oh yeah, nothing interesting. That's why I didn't remember, because there's nothing in there worth remembering. It's just junk. Nothing left to do now but move on forward. That's a perfect hybrid. Aside from the Vladov scope, it's all PDR parts on a Bandit launcher. Ammo. Good enough. I'm going to want to get things done. Plus I'm doing not so much a Grenadier, but more of a Rocketeer build anyway.
Even better shot when I'm drunk.
So of course, green launcher fulfills my needs more so than a pearlescent anything else that's not a launcher. This time I will visit Tina's shop, just because I'm headed that way. Just cash. I'll avoid these noids.
Take him out.
Unless they screw with me. Oh, that was my fault.
Not dead yet!
Always underestimating the splash damage of things. Malawan launchers in particular, but also those tanks.
Nothing like a challenging kill.
One, two, hit! Chew him up, honey!
Take him out.
Really? What the hell is so special about this guy, aside from he has a shield? I've got weaponry that usurps that. So why the hell did that take so much effort? Bet you almost anything that chest will disappear before I have a chance to open it. That's the sort of treatment I expect from this game now. After getting screwed out of... That wouldn't have made any difference anyway. After getting screwed out of that one thing that one time, that was just more than I could tolerate. All that effort just to get screwed out of a slut machine at the very last moment.
When you think murder, think Marcus munitions. Nothing like a good sale. Two words, maybe. No need.
Without slag, an ordinary enemy even with a rocket launcher. slag lasts.
Thank you.
Grind him up!
I really want a Malawan launcher with a matching barrel. Why do you have to be standing at just such an angle? Another slagging Malawan SMG.
Awesome.
The Revenant should be better, yes. Not rocket surgery here. Ugh. Up and over pile. I didn't even know there was something up there. Get out of my way. Impact Rifleman. Here we go.
Just poke their bellies when you want me to set the explosives off. I gotta do it remotely. Oh snap, son! I hear the terrain coming! Counting down! 10, 9. I got bored.
One way to hijack a train. The Volkie's still up on that ice shelf. Better climb that wreckage to get there.
Climb that pipe to the train, or you'll go insane. What? That's a rap song I wrote.
Don't think that technically qualifies as hijacking. Demolition, sure. hijacking implies commandeering.
Search the train cars. They're probably keeping the vault key in the most fortified one.
Fix that.
I think this is a perfect hybrid. Yeah, this is a Hyperion grip, Hyperion stock, Hyperion barrel. Aside from the dull reflex sight, that's a perfect hybrid. That could be worth holding on to. Would work with this. So this must be a dull grip.
Farewell, friend.
Be battling droids, so I'll need Karate go nuts. I should also, of course, test this. I think that actually, at the very least, contends with the plasma caster. See how it does without slag first. Psych. Take out those annoying surveyors. Well, neither of these get the job done as effectively as a Karate rake out. Just a ordinary green rake hill is more effective than either of these.
That was cool!
Screwed that up. What the hell? Why can't... Ugh. Yeah, I'm completely dissatisfied with both of these. That's nothing to write home about either. It's 3 rockets just to down an ordinary droid. Oh, I don't want to take all day. Can't believe I screwed that up. Screwed it up again. Getting impatient now. Don't make a simple task complicated, please. Sick of that shit. Waste of time. Let's try this. That's more like it. Oh, is it at? 4, yeah. All right. Let's see how this goes. Terminus. What does that remind you of? The Walking Dead? I quit watching that show because they had 2 characters who lost their right eye, and yet they continued to shoot right-handed, and that's just too insulting for me to tolerate.
Don't worry. If Jack really wanted to protect the vault key, it wouldn't be on a train. He'd have Wilhelm guarding it. Oh dear.
It's a trap! The vault key's not on the train. Abort the mission, soldier. I'm
Wow.
sorry, but you can't handle Wilhelm. Trust me.
Kid, Wilhelm nearly killed us all in here without taking a scratch. If things get bad, is wrong, Vault Hunter. You can defeat Wilhelm, I promise you.
On any lesser difficulty, that would have been enough to kill him. They'll call in reinforcements. If you take too long, that's when it can get difficult. See? What the hell just happened? Why am I'm stuck on my own turret? My rockets are exploding in my face when there's no obstacle in front of me. This game, I tell you, sometimes I don't know why I love it so much. Maybe because Jesper Kid gave it an awesome soundtrack. Use those up. I'll use these up. Of course, I didn't get any rockets out of that. Oh my! Why does everything have to be so tedious? What? Not enough time to do the slagging thing. Can anything function reliably? This is a plasma caster. It should do more than this. You want to get left behind? Wilhelm wasn't even the threat there. Well, I know, we all know that's true, but... Oh, this is going to take half a year if I try to do it this way. Why is this so tedious? Come on. Chose the wrong launcher. Oh my god. See? Fire doesn't do... Oh, great. That's great. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly that much. What did I say about this taking half a year?
Let's get to killing, sweetheart. Let's kill.
Finally! Holy shit, that was unnecessarily tedious. I'm gonna have to rethink my loadout.
Blah. Whoa. There was seen a power core like that. The one you got from Reese is nearly burned out. Why don't you bring it back here? We may not have found the vault key, but at least Sanctuary will be safe a little longer. Wow! Bravo! Champagne! Cheers! High five! So clap! You got that damn power core, didn't ya? You've been warned. The kid gloves are coming off. Tighten up the big boy pants because things are gonna get really, really bad for you vault hunters.
Sorry about the bad intel, everybody. I really thought the vault key would be on that train. I'll make it up to you all later. Next time I'm in Sanctuary, the beers are on me. What you think, Blowwing?
You know what I forgot to test? This. Don't know why it's called a blaster. Since Bandit E-Tech machine guns are already called blasters. Check the shops first.
Guns! Glorious guns!
It's perfectly parted. I know it's a green 60. It has a rocket accelerator too. Maggie. See if I can get to at least one weapon shot before the changeover.
Wilhelm nearly defeated the other vault hunters a couple of years ago. You have proven yourself to be even stronger than them. Well done.
You can never be too well
I
armed.
just missed it.
I'm always ready to take your money. Farewell.
Let's see. TDR scope. Oh.
Almost dead? I can fix that. Guns, guns, guns! Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers.
Yeah.
You're my
Might as well.
customer. Don't let it go to your head.
Okay. What the hell? Did I just buy rockets? I did. Damn it. Oh, game. Okay, Borderlands 3, take note. Enough of this resetting back up to the top like this. You just made me buy rockets I didn't need to buy when I was trying to buy SMG ammo. No more of that shit either. Oh my. Ugh. Why do you do this to me? Why do you... why are you torturing me like this? Why? Please tell me you got that reference. The original The Evil Dead. Cool jacket.
Welcome to my humble shop. Remember, we're always open. Not from me. It's
Dying guy over here.
Did I check Marcus's shop? I don't even remember. Now I'm still stewing about the game making me buy rockets I didn't need to buy. Just because of its obsessive need to correct the player's actions. The player doesn't need to have their actions corrected. Yeah, I did check. And forgot what was there because it was so forgettable.
Marcus, my favorite person.
Hyperion ain't gonna know what hit him.
Alright, so which do I keep? I don't know. Every time, okay, I want to point this out to you, game. Every time you think you know better than I do, you screw something up. So just knock it off, because you don't know better than I do. Let me check something. I've got some time yet. So I will gamble. Can't even do simple things like jump right now that I'm cheesed off. I'm cheesed off because I feel like my will has been usurped. Stalker does the same thing to me. All the Stalker games in different ways. Shadow of Chernobyl is still my fave.
2 words, man.
But the way it usurps my will is by resetting back to the top every time you interact with a stash. So once a stash has a scroll bar, once you've put enough stuff in a stash that there's a scroll bar, I'll stick this in here for now. Then every time you interact with it, it resets back up to the top. And it depends on your resolution too. So if all you want to do is take some ammo out of a stash, then you have to click on that multiple times. And if you've got a bunch of spare weapons and stuff stashed in there, then that means a longer scroll button. So what you end up having to do is take all the big stuff out just to get the ammo that you need, or whatever it is that you need, and then put all the rest of the stuff back in. They fixed that in Call of Pripyat. I don't remember if Clear Sky had that right, had that corrected or not. And now Clear Sky and Call of Pripyat, they messed with the player in other ways. For example, replacing functional sights on certain grenade launchers with a cheap half-assed zoom. And also taking away the ability to avoid pseudo-giant pseudo-stomps with a well-timed jump. There was no reason to take that away. T's. And don't get me started on NPCs getting in the way all the time. I'm still sick, so pardon me if I gripe. Tease. It's fun to gripe when you're sick. I still went for a walk today in muggy 90-degree heat.
Time.
92. In northeast Indiana, it's not a dry heat. Use key. Wake up. Cheese. Cheese.
It's dangerous to go alone, sugar.
I want to be at least level 72 before I start doing DLCs. Did the shops change over while I was...
You can
No.
always trust the gun at your side.
Thought I might have lost track of time while I was stewing over the usurpation of my will. The game's usurpation of my will. Resetting back to the top with the shop. Making me buy rockets when I can reach in my own. When I was trying to buy SMG ammo. I know it does that. I should know by now. But it's counterintuitive. See, that's the problem. No matter how many years of experience or hours or however you choose to measure game time experience in practical terms. 2 flat-off sickles. Communism is lame. Anyway, what I'm getting at is T's counterintuitive is counterintuitive. It's one thing when that sort of thing happens in the workplace because that's the nature of the workplace. That's why one of the reasons why work makes most people miserable. But see, that's the workplace. That's what we're trying to escape from in video games. T's. T's. Looking for blues or green launchers. Marijuana bandit. Use key, don't fail me now. Green launcher, just like I said. Area effect. Bet these rockets will be super fast. Reasonably fast. Still, I like the Bombardier.
On the one hand,
Because it fits. It makes sense that a launcher that unleashes a salvo T's of 3 rockets per shot should have 3 barrels or rocket tubes. T's Tease. Ah, there's something blue. But it's a pistol or handgun of some sort, which means it probably won't fulfill any of my needs. Got enough karate weapons. I wouldn't mind a better karate launcher. Tease. I know it has. It felt more desolate in Borderlands 1, which, in my opinion, made Borderlands 1 perhaps a bit more immersive. Tease. Tease. Check a thing. Yeah, I'd better call it. Just a little bit more. Another blue pistol I don't need, certainly. That could be useful on any lesser difficulty. Tease. 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 Wake up, use key. There's a tease. Let's see what we got over here. It's a lance. It has a scope, but it's a lance. I'll take that. I'll take that over a sawbar. I'll also take tees. Take a lance over whatchamadoozer, rocket torpedo. No, forget this.
This place smells like snack.
I'm Audi. I'm Audi 5000. Check the shops. Didn't call it. Keep the. Let's get a look at this. It's a perfect hybrid. Torg, Jacobs, topped off with a bandit scope. Jacobs cannons consistently fail to impress me. Oh, I don't really need this. Part of me wants to keep it, though.
Careful out there. Why loot the dead when you can buy from me?
For the same reason I'm keeping that Jacobs iron.
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
What all do I have stashed in here? Oh, yeah. Baby maker. With that double blade like mine has.
Buy a gun already!
Give me one worth buying. And I will.
Get your health and shields right here. I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
Oh, you know what? Might as well check at least the weapon shops. Also, since I'm here, I should see if... That's not available yet.
Lock and load.
See, it was worth coming here after all.
Don't get killed.
What's the fire rate on that? Actually, it's a Jacob's grip that does that.
Your courtesy if you don't spend it.
I always misjudge the distance right there, and that always the same spot.
Get your health and shields right here. Lock and load. Welcome, customer.
That's tempting.
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough. Next time you're bleeding to death, just think...
Doctor said. Yeah, I must have sold that electric droog. Or did I pass it on already? I don't remember. Till next time, catch you on the flip side. And see you next mission, slabs.